Right now at 5, the jury has reached a verdict in the Adam Fravel case. And President Joe Biden on the election results and transfer of power.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozorowski. Emily is on assignment. A jury finds Adam Fravel guilty of murdering Madeleine Kingsbury in 2023. News 8 Now's Grace Monk was in the Mankato, Minnesota courtroom as that verdict came in this morning.
Ken and Emily, it was an emotional morning here in Mankato as Adam Fravel was found guilty on 4 counts of murder.
It's a bit of a Pyrrhic victory. We're not going to get Madeleine back. Fravel can't be punished enough.
Adam Fravel sat before the jury this morning holding back tears. For the Kingsbury family, the verdict is bittersweet.
His life is wasted, ruin and devastation to 2 families. There's no joy here, but we're glad of the result.
But for Fravel's family, the verdict is devastating. His attorney says the results aren't what they expected.
I'm just disappointed in the outcome, and Mr. Fravel will have the right to an appeal to the Minnesota Supreme Court with all first-degree murder cases, and it's a disappointing day from our perspective, but this is the way the justice system works.
Winona law enforcement spent 2 months looking for Kingsbury after she went missing in March 2023. Today brings them a sense of closure.
We are extremely relieved of the verdict, finding Mr. Fravel guilty on all 4 counts. To say that this was a huge undertaking would be a great misunderstatement.
Kingsbury's loved ones plan to honor her by starting the Madeleine Kingsbury Foundation, a resource that will help victims of domestic abuse.
The foundation will involve education, support, links to support people. So her name is going to carry on for a very, very long time.
Fravel's charges come with a mandatory life sentence. Attorneys haven't said whether he will appeal, but it's likely. Fravel will be sentenced on December 17th in Winona. In Mankato, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
A really fantastic, once again, nice day for this part of November, and we're going to have another day going forward to Friday too, even warmer too. But outside, skies are clear. Temperatures really are seasonal 40s to low 50s, so a little bit above average, but still very nice out there. No issues this evening. Just that west wind. It's been about 10 to 15. It'll start decreasing a little bit, but all in all, not too bad. Getting down just to 42. Very slow drop in the temperatures, and really the same story for for La Crosse, getting back down to 42 with that west wind beginning to drop off a little bit overall. Temperatures overall we're still in the 50s to upper 40s depending on location. Really not a cloud in the sky. We had clouds earlier that broke up like we expected. Bigger picture shows really high pressure overhead. That's cloud cover all the way down towards Colorado and Kansas. That's our next weather maker, but that's not till later Saturday, so we still got another day to go of really pleasant conditions and no issues overnight. Really going to be seasonal conditions back into the 30s, low 30s, a little bit more mild than usual, but all in all, very quiet conditions. We do have rain returning, however, in the forecast. We're going to track when that system comes to the north, how much of that rain will impact your weekend and what the temperatures look like going through Veterans Day a bit later.
All right. Thank you, Greg. President Biden echoed the promise of a smooth transfer of power in remarks at the White House today. Reflecting on Tuesday's election, Biden says a transfer to President-elect Trump's administration will be peaceful. And regardless of the result, the will of the people will always prevail in a democracy. He says support for the country should not depend on who the president is.
We accept the choice the country made. I've said many times, you can't love your country only when you win. You can't love your neighbor only when you agree.
Biden also thanked Kamala Harris for her hard work in the race and the volunteer poll workers for their dedication. Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin delivered her victory speech in Madison this morning. She credited Wisconsin's working-class families, farmers, and dairy workers with making her win possible, and she emphasized she's ready to continue supporting Wisconsinites in Washington.
For those of you who know me, you know getting things done for the people, making life a little better for people is why I got into public service. I saw at a young age that the deck was too often stacked against working people.
Baldwin secured her third Senate term, defeating Republican challenger Eric Hovde by roughly 29,000 votes. But with the margin of victory within 1 percentage point, Hovde has not yet conceded, and he can legally request a recount that he would have to pay for. Congressman Derek Van Orden also discussed his re-election and plans for his second term in a Zoom call today. In his speech, Van Orden emphasized the importance of bipartisanship, saying he will represent everyone in the 3rd Congressional District, no matter who they voted for. He says he'll continue to push for Veterans Affairs and work with the now Republican Senate to get a new farm bill passed.
First on the firing line is the dairy industry, and I'm unwilling to allow the dairy industry to fail in the state of Wisconsin and the country. So we will be working vigorously to get the farm bill through.
Van Orden won this re-election bid after fending off challenger Rebecca Cook by 4 points.
Andy.
It's the same margin of victory he secured in 2022 against Brad Pfaff. Leinenkugel's parent company is closing the historic Chippewa Falls Brewery. 56 employees will be out of a job on January 17th. Molson Coors is set to close both the Chippewa Falls site and a smaller brewery in Milwaukee. The company's supply chain officer says they are centralizing production at their larger Milwaukee facility. The Leinenkugel family started the brewery in 1867. Miller Brewing bought them in 1988. Former President Dick Leinenkugel told WTMJ Radio in Milwaukee that Molson Coors did not give anyone in the Leinenkugel family advanced warning. The Leinie's Lodge in Chippewa Falls will remain open year-round. Local employers in the diesel field are meeting students at Western Technical College today. The college hosted a diesel career fair featuring employers with DeBusch Truck and Diesel and Ziegler Cat. Students got one-on-one meetings to explore opportunities in the diesel industry. One employer says Western's diesel and heavy equipment technician program gets students in prime position to enter the workforce smoothly.
What they teach them it's unmatched. This is probably one of the better schools that I've ever come to visit. So I've been here a few times now, and I think it's been really, really good to see what they do. And they teach a lot of what we are wanting to bring on.
That diesel and heavy equipment technician program is expected to graduate 23 students this spring. Students at Logan Middle School are getting a real-world lesson in urban planning. La Crosse city planners have been working with the students on a 1-month curriculum, designing plans for public spaces.
So that's one of the things we do is, try to get them thinking about, like, what does the city need? What would they want to see in the city to stick around in 20 years? Like, when they graduate high school, we want to keep these kids here.
In that curriculum, the top designs were presented to city officials, joining past projects that reimagined Riverside North, the former Kmart site, and Valley View Mall. Inflation is falling, but what about interest rates? The latest from the Federal Reserve and how the election could sway some decision-making.
Life's busy. Off is not an option. You need to be on. On time, on the go, on the call, or just ready to play on. Life's waiting. Power on with Batteries Plus. Visit one of over 700 locations today.
It's the Veterans Day sale at Home Furniture, and everything is on sale in living room, dining room, bedroom, and mattresses. Take an extra 10% off sale prices or pay no interest for 3 years. Plus, all Christmas decor is 50% off. The Veterans Day sale, now at Home Furniture.
It's Hy-Vee's Big Baking Sale this Friday and Saturday. Hy-Vee flour, just 99 cents. Butter, just $2.99. Hy-Vee cream cheese, just 99 cents. That's smart sugar, $1.99. Hy-Vee powdered or brown sugar, $1.48. And canned pumpkin, just 99 cents. Get these great deals and more, both in-store and online, during the Big Baking Sale, Friday and Saturday, only at Hy-Vee.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
Right now at Home Sleep Express, get up to $500 off select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and a $300 shopping card. Plus, no interest for 5 years, free white glove delivery, and a 120-night comfort guarantee. The Veterans Day sale at Home Sleep Express.
Batteries Plus has the national scale for all your power needs and a dedicated expert for the local support you want. Power on with Batteries Plus Business.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
With inflation falling, the Federal Reserve is cutting its benchmark rate 0.25 percentage point, but it's not clear where interest rates go from here. Jennifer Bisram explains.
Falling interest rates are good news for car buyers who are seeing auto loan costs coming down. And people with credit card debt are also feeling a little relief from record high interest. But mortgage rates are actually on the rise, making it difficult for Mason Cunha to find an affordable home.
You know, it just doesn't really make sense right now to buy a home with the interest rates and where they are.
Not all loans are created equal.
CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger says mortgages are influenced more by the bond market than the Fed.
Now that the election results are in, the bond market is somewhat worried that Trump tariffs could lead to higher prices.
The president-elect has proposed a 10% tariff on goods being imported from other countries, but economists at Goldman Sachs believe that may push inflation up from 2.4% to almost 3%. And rising inflation could slow down future rate cuts. The Fed considers itself an independent agency, but on the campaign trail, Trump questioned that independence and criticized the board's most recent rate decision.
It was too big a cut, and everyone knows that was a political maneuver that they tried to do before the election, but they did the wrong thing.
Fed Chairman Jerome Powell says he will not step down if President-elect Trump asks him to resign, and says the board will closely analyze any new policies when they're officially put forward.
That's a process that takes a lot of time and that we go through all the time with every administration, constantly. And this will be no different.
The Fed meets again in December. New data in the coming weeks on inflation, spending, and employment will influence its next rate decision. Jennifer Bisram, CBS News, New York.
We'll have more news ahead, but first.
We definitely have a pleasant Friday in store and even part of Saturday, but there is rain for your weekend. We'll break down when to expect it and how much going in. All coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Stock up this month with the Holman Locker and Meat Market's 10-pound sale. Save on pork loin roast, ground beef, chicken breast, and chuck roast. Please call to order. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
It's not very often a fella gets to offer the best products in the marketplace at a price lower than most others. When I look at this beautiful showroom, when I consider the quality of our products and the team of 80 exceptional professionals, we should be higher priced, but we're not. If you have any doubts for your next home improvement project, you should contact the board store today. It's not all the sales and discounts, it's the bottom line that counts, and you'll get no better bottom line than at the board store home improvements.
It's the Veterans Day sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Right now is the best time to save with store-wide sale prices, special financing, and free gas just for shopping at Drury's. Only at Drury's will you find beautiful sofas and chairs, solid wood bedrooms and dining rooms, the area's best selection of top grain leather, plus a design team to help you put it all together. Great sale prices, special financing, and free gas. Now during the Veterans Day sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
The holidays, and holiday trips, and holiday toys, and holiday bonding. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Find your red tag. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $3,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality, local meat. Now's the time to stock up with our fall bundle. Call and order yours today. Eat healthy, shop local at your Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
Yeah, no, we're going to stay above or where we should be our average temperatures for this time of year. So today was more in the 50s, and these are where we should be. Really, everyone should be now almost in the 40s. La Crosse is around 50, 51. But overall, lows should be really back into almost the 20s and 30s. So we're still going to be above average. Mild conditions throughout most of even next week. There might be a few days where we get close to average, but all in all, overall, it's going to be above average temperatures. Look at the big picture, too. There's that system to the south here that's really spinning over Colorado, New Mexico, and into the Plain States. That's our next weather maker, and you can see they're getting quite a bit of snow in New Mexico and eastern Colorado. Eventually, it will take its time to get up here, but we will see some of that precipitation with that low that's spinning out to the south there overall, but not really until we get to Saturday. So still clear and quiet overnight conditions, dry and milder on Friday. We kind of bump our high temperatures a few more degrees, even higher. And then Saturday, the morning should be dry. I think in the afternoon for some might see some precipitation. Further north you go, it might be more towards the evening. Not expecting widespread moderate type of precipitation what we saw like last Saturday or Sunday, but it will get some, we'll see some wet conditions. There's your high temperature for tomorrow. A few areas may touch the 60-degree mark, but winds out of the north, so really a fantastic Friday and Friday evening. Saturday, the showers come in the afternoon, so the morning will be dry. Temperatures overall still above average, still upper 40s, low 50s. The showers will become really in the afternoon, so overall won't be a wet start, but it could be a wet end to it. And really, if we track it out, the cloud cover from the system as it begins to rotate up towards Nebraska will start coming in really tomorrow night, but just high cloud cover. That'll increase towards Saturday morning. As you wake up, there'll be more cloud cover with that wind out of the southeast beginning to pick up a little bit. And then eventually some of these bands rotating around that low will begin to come into the area, lifting northeast. So it'll be just bands of light rain coming through, not steady light to moderate rainfall, but that'll be into the afternoon hour, and we'll continue to see some of these come through probably till about Saturday evening, later Saturday evening, maybe closer to midnight. And I think we'll see a break coming some point Saturday night before the low that's spinning out to the west begins to lift to the northeast and provide us more general light rain probably going into Sunday morning. So maybe like 2 periods of precipitation, light precipitation, and then by Sunday afternoon we should see drying conditions pretty much, but cloud cover will remain. Amounts will be very light with this. We're not expecting much till 7 p.m. You see just barely a tenth to maybe a quarter as you go further south. Really not much as you go further north towards Ladysmith. As we go throughout the whole entire period, and the numbers kind of went away there, but overall a tenth to a quarter. There could be spots in these darker shaded areas that might get up to a ½ inch, but I think everyone's really going to stay far less than that. So not anything like we saw last Saturday night and Sunday with the moderate rainfall that we had. And Veterans Day overall, not too bad. We will have that wind. We have a cold front coming through, so the winds may pick up. But temperatures very seasonal or a little bit above average. But the good news is remaining dry for Veterans Day too right now. And the dry conditions continue Tuesday with the next chance coming Wednesday, Thursday with another system that looks to have a little bit more punch and maybe more some colder air behind it, getting our temperatures back in the 40s. But all in all, you really can't beat this forecast. Mild conditions continue. We haven't seen much of cold air, and we haven't seen any snow yet either.
And that's always good news to me at this time of year. That's right. Yeah. All right, Greg, thanks very much. All right, who wants to try cake that's over 80 years old? No. No? All right. Well, some of you might be up for it, including this person who just bought a slice of British history after this.
Mac and cheese season is here, and one local food truck owner sharing her secret to the perfect comfort dish. Meet the creator of Mia's Kitchen when we see you tomorrow for Foodie Friday on News 8 Now This Morning.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Hey babe, what's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE?
James, have you tried the 4 free phone flakes?
Dad, 4 free phones.
4 free phones?
Thanks.
Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular.
Welcome to the most honest commercial you've ever seen. Not the cleanest, just the most honest.
Today, we're fixing a home's foundation.
I mean, that is like the most common thing to see in the world.
Pretty common, yeah.
Right.
So it's the soil that's eroding away, causing those cavities, those voids that the foundation then wants to settle into.
And then you guys with your superhero capes show up and fix everything.
Yes, sir.
Get a free and honest inspection with Innovative Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Your journey to wellness begins at Vernon Memorial Healthcare, where excellence in orthopedic care is a reality. From initial consultation to post-operative recovery, every step of the way is tailored to you. The numerous awards for orthopedic services are a testament to our entire team's skill and dedication. Your path to wellness is paved with our unwavering support and expertise. Trust us for a brighter, more active tomorrow. Vernon Memorial Healthcare.
Thanksgiving's only a few weeks away, and Fleet Farm's got just what you need to prep for family and friends. For you turkey smokers, Griller's Gold barbecue pellets are just $5.99 a bag. And you can never have enough Fleet Farm mixed nuts. 2-pound bags are on sale for $12.99. Wash it all down with Bubbler's sparkling water. Now just $11 for 2 6-packs. The holidays will be here before you know it. So stock up now on everything you need at the best prices guaranteed at Fleet Farm.
U.S. Cellular has the incredible new iPhone 16 Pro. The first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence. Spread the word.
And don't forget camera control. It'll blow you away.
Get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Getting the kids ready for school isn't always easy.
But knowing what it'll be like so they know what to wear makes it a little easier.
We'll see you tomorrow morning.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
A rare slice of the cake served at Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip's wedding sold at auction this week. The cake has survived since their wedding day in 1947. Alongside the cake is a letter from Elizabeth thanking a guest for a wedding present. Elizabeth and Philip's wedding cake was a 9-foot-tall creation and weighed a whopping 500 pounds. A few other slices have also survived and have been sold at auction. I don't know, I'm all for cake, but you know, not in this case. Maybe just watch The Crown if you want a little piece of British history. Hey, congrats to that person who has the disposable income, though, who can buy something like this. We'll have another look at tonight's forecast right after the break.
It's the Veterans Day sale at Home Furniture, and everything is on sale in living room, dining room, bedroom, and mattresses. Take an extra 10% off sale prices or pay no interest for 3 years. Plus, all Christmas decor is 50% off. The Veterans Day sale, now at Home Furniture.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, our annual Toyland tradition kicks off the gift-giving season with amazing toys at unbeatable prices. So discover the magic during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's toy sale. Like these Lego playsets, just $15.99. Get a free Toyland semi-truck with a $60 toy purchase. Shop store-wide savings like $1.50 off assorted gallons of Blaine's brand antifreeze. Plus, in honor of Veterans Day, all veterans and active military members get an extra 10% off their entire purchase this Saturday through Monday only at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
For anybody in this region who is facing mobility issues.
I'd recommend Access Elevator because I know Jason.
The thing that sets Jason apart is that commitment, that passion for making life more pleasant. He will help you think about how to make your life easier in ways that you have not thought about.
There's no second guessing. I immediately say, call Access.
Hi, I'm Jason with Access Elevator. Stop in and see us today.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland. As in real dairy. It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor. Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese. But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
That really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love. Welcome to Delicious.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat. or power, or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
A lot has changed since the Overhead Door Company installed its first door in 1921. One thing that hasn't? Our commitment to quality. We set the standard a century ago with the first motorized garage door, and we have not stopped innovating since. Today, you can build your dream door with the DoorView app, and with the OHD Anywhere app, you can control your new door from anywhere. So next time you need a repair or replacement for your garage door, look for the red ribbon and trust 100 years of experience Overhead Door Company.
During the Veterans Day mattress sale at Home Sleep Express, get 10% off sale prices on quality mattress brands Luxuria and Thomas Cole Sleep. Plus, get free delivery and setup. The Veterans Day sale, going on now at Home Sleep Express.
All right, really a nice night overall. We're going to still be above average temperatures, quiet conditions. That west wind will kind of slow down a little bit. The good news, I don't expect any type of fog either, with the wind kind of holding up a little bit more. Fantastic Friday, really upper 50s. We have rain coming in, but it's really Saturday afternoon and Saturday night to Sunday morning, so the whole weekend's not a washout, and the rain amounts will be light. The good news is mild through, really, Veterans Day yet still.
Love the mild conditions. And like you said, light rain, a tenth to a quarter of an inch.
Not anything like we had last weekend.
All right. Thank you, Greg, and thank you all for joining us tonight at 5. Hope to see you again at 6.